Hello and welcome back to a sit down video, which I rarely do anymore. I've been trying to rack my brain, like what would people actually find useful? And I thought an Amazon must-haves video would be really useful. I buy everything on Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member, so whatever I buy comes the next day. It's actually unreal service and I get so many good things from there that I wouldn't know where to find elsewhere, if you know what I mean. I do want to say this video might be boring to some people, but if you guys like organizations, you're gonna love it. So the first thing is actually some under sink storage. So these little caddies come from Amazon. I love them. They've just got a wooden handle on and I've got one in grey and I keep my dishwasher tabs in there and some washing liquid and stuff, and then I've also got one in white. Now I will say these don't fit Method sprays in them, which is kind of a shame because I use Method spray all the time, so I'm just having to store them like in front of these caddies. But these are so good for under sink storage, and I guess you could keep bathroom stuff in one of them, kitchen stuff in another, so you can just pull one out when you need it. I also think these would be really good for uni. If you share a kitchen, then all of your stuff is in one place. So yeah, I would fully recommend these. Can you see Nelly? Can't leave me alone for 1 minute. So the next thing I love, there's a specific reason why I love this, and it's because I live alone. So I only have one person to make a smoothie for whenever I make a smoothie, and I found this really tiny blender and it is just the absolute perfect amount for a smoothie. So it comes with this little pot and then you take the blade off and it comes with a lid for the pot, so it saves on washing up, and then obviously you can just drink through this. But I just find this the perfect size for a smoothie. I never want to drink really big ones, and the motor on it is really good. It's very high speed. I personally like this so much better than my NutriBullet, so I got rid of that and I just keep this one now, and I think it's wonderful. By the way, if you see any watermarks on these, it's because Brighton has really hard water. I think that's what you call it, and it like leaves marks on everything. It's not dirty. So this is my little chopper gadget, and this has saved me so much time. My mum actually bought me this and I was a bit like, why? To start with, but it's honestly amazing. So you just pull this little trigger thing, see if I can do it. There you go. It spins the blade round on the inside and it is so good at chopping things. Whenever I make bolognese, I have to have everything so tiny in it, because obviously you don't want a mouthful of bolognese and like have a massive carrot there. And it used to take me, no joke, because I bulk batch make everything, it used to take me about 1.5 hours just to chop the vegetables for my bolognese, but now it takes me 15 minutes. I just chop them, throw them in here and then chuck them in the pan, and it is awesome. What are you doing? You playing with Reggie? Another kind of homeware thing that I get so many questions on, this is a DiMeo label maker. I will link the exact one I've got below. So with this, you just fill it with a little cartridge of this like tape stuff. It's got a sticky back on it, and you basically just type out any letters you want and then it turns it into a sticker and you can stick it on anything. So I have these on a lot of jars in my kitchen just to say like cereal, oats. And to be honest, I use this on so much. I use it on presents when I'm wrapping them just to write people's name on, and it looks really retro and cool, and I honestly get so many questions about this, so this is defo a must-have. Command strips are another must-have, especially if you're renting. So these pictures up here, even though I own the property, I've just hung them up with these command strips. They're like little Velcro strips. You stick them to the back of your picture and then stick them to the wall. And I've had no issues with these at all, except for when a picture frame has masking tape around it. So sometimes if a picture is like maybe a bit more expensive or you've got it professionally framed, they will put masking tape around the outside and these do not stick to them. Your picture will just fall and smash. So only use these on bare frames. But yeah, I've had absolutely no issues with them. Hanging pictures, these have been up for 2 months now and they're not gonna fall down. And they also do little hook ones. So I've got the little hook ones on the back of my bed where my fairy lights are, just to keep them together. They're really good as well. And these fairy lights are also from Amazon. They're like a super long, thin strip of copper with little lights on them. They're barely visible and they just look really effective, and obviously they're LED so they don't get hot, so they are another must-have from Amazon. I wanted to add that these specific lights that I've got actually come with a switch, so I've just command hooked this to my bed and I can just push it to turn them off before bed, or just push it to turn them on. Something for those of you with picture rails. If you don't know what a picture rail is, it's this white thing behind me. They're often found in old properties and they kind of just go around the room at like 3/4 height. As you can see there, this macrame thing, which is also from Amazon, I will link it below as well. I didn't want to put a nail in the wall to hang it, so I bought these picture hooks and I didn't know what they'd be like, but basically this bit just hangs over your picture rail and this bit holds whatever you want it to. And I've got legit plant pots hanging from these. They hold so much without falling off. So these are a necessity, especially in my flat, because I change things all the time when it comes to home decor, and they just mean I don't have to put anything in the wall. Oh my goodness. So a must have, I personally think, is this plant pot down here. You buy the stand separately, so basically when you order the stand and then you can put whatever pot you want on it. I will link the exact pots that I've got. So I've got a white pot and a black one. I just love how these look like West Elm plant pots, but an absolute fraction of the price of them. I love how they lift your plant up off the floor. They just look so good. I've got one in my bathroom and I've got one in here and I love them. Amazon randomly have good shower curtains, which is something I never noticed before. But this is a shower curtain that I got. I'll insert a photo of it. Basically just bright fruits on it. And I feel like Urban Outfitters were selling one like this, or at least they were in the US, and it was a lot more pricey than this. I think this was about £20. It's really good quality. I've used it a lot, so I thought I would just add that in there if you're looking for a shower curtain. The Clotheshorse that I've got to hang washing on when it comes out of the washing machine, just to like dry it, is seriously a must-have. So this I think was actually from Lakeland, but they sell it on Amazon, and it is a lot more pricey than the cheap metal ones that you can get. I know I used to have one from Asda that was literally like £5, but they just break and they go rusty and they don't look that nice. So if you have a lot of like wooden tones where you live, I would seriously suggest upgrading your Clotheshorse. It's something that stays out all the time because I'm constantly washing, so it's something that I don't really pack away that often, so it's nice to just have something nice to look at. And then the drill kit that I use, I get a lot of questions about this. So I ordered this Guild one. Comes packaged really nicely, and when you open it, you've obviously got your drill on one side and then you've got all of the attachments that you could possibly need. This works as a screwdriver and it works as a drill. It works as so many different things, so I'm going to leave a link to this below. It also doesn't need to be plugged in to use it. You charge the battery on the bottom, and the last one I had to be plugged in, so I would always have to like drag an extension cord around my flat, but this one, you can just use it. Works perfectly. It was relatively cheap for how much you get. So if you are into home DIY, I would suggest getting this. Okay, so those are some things from Amazon that I absolutely love, and at this point potentially couldn't live without. The thing I love the most about Amazon is you can literally type anything into there and they will probably have it for next day delivery. So I honestly buy everything from that shop. So if you would like a part 2 of this, do let me know. Obviously these are more like necessity things rather than home decor and stuff. I guess I could do a home decor one as well. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check the down bar for all the links, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!